Hey, what's up, y'all? Coach Rock here, the official trainer for ILoveBasketballTV. In today's video, I'm going to be really breaking down how to shoot layups. Now, I know this seems really elementary. It seems very basic, right? But layups are the most commonly missed shots amongst players in games. It's pretty crazy to think about, especially at the younger level. Kids miss so many layups, whether they're going too fast, they're not looking at the right thing, they're using improper technique, improper form. Well, in today's video, I'm going to break down all of that so you can start making more layups and instantly start adding more points to your scoring. Let's get straight into it. All right, so the first thing to focus on is what to look at, because that's the most important key, in my opinion. Whether you're doing same foot layups, regular formed layups, where it's like left foot, right hand layups, finger rolls, hook layups, no matter what layup you're doing, the primary key is your eyes. What are you focusing on? And far too many times players lose focus of their target. So what I usually teach, well, what most players are taught is to hit the top right of the back of the square up there. That does work. But what I found is players develop this habit of hitting the top right of the square, and as they move up in level, guess what? Big guys can block that shot. So I teach a little above that square. So you want to kind of angle it. You want to hit it higher off the glass, because that's going to help you as you grow. Right now, if you're in middle school or maybe even high school, you could probably lay it up there and it won't get pinned. But as you go to college and the professional level, if you try to do a layup right that high, guess what? That's getting pinned easy. So you want to focus on hitting it high off the backboard. Again, most people will teach that corner. You see how I hit that corner right there? But we want to try to hit above that corner. So it's very high, as you can see, and it's going to feel weird when you first start doing it. You might even miss some more layups, but that's just going to help you in the long run. And this goes for whether you're going overhand layup, underhand layup, hook layup. Again, I'll cover those in a second of the different types of layups you can be doing, but the main key is you're targeting where are you hitting on that backboard. And this is one of the reasons why Kyrie Irving is such a great finisher, because he knows the backboard like the back of his hand. He knows all his spots on the backboard, and he knows how much spin he needs to put at each spot. So he knows if he hits over here, he has to put more spin than if he hits right there. But he knows that. He's just been practicing it so long. So he gets in games, he can come here, just throw it off the backboard, weird angle, hit with contact. He never loses his focus on his target, and he's able to make it easy. So a big mistake a lot of players make is they come here, they're looking to draw contact, their head is down, and then they just go like that, and they really have no chance. They might get the foul, but they really take themselves out of the opportunity to get the and one. And then even a lot of times I've seen players on fast break, they'll be going full speed, they're looking at their defender, they don't look at the rim until last minute, and they end up missing the layup. So that's the first key to being able to shoot better layups, is to know your target, find that target, focus on that target. All right, now the next key is the off arm. And this is something that I teach with my players. When you go into the rim, I always love to teach, just practice having your arm up here. Because if somebody tries to block, you can use it kind of as an offhand defender, but it also helps you stay with the ball, stay with your focus, and everything like that. So we're here and we're here. Even if you're going underhand, here. Just get used to doing that. Now, sometimes you're not going to be able to do that. Sometimes you're going to have to hold defenders off. Let me go to my left hand. Sometimes you're going to have to hold defenders off like this and do layups like this. But when you get used to just practicing activating this off arm instead of just going like this, what a lot of players will do is this. When you get used to every time you go up for a layup, activating that off arm, when defenders start coming and you're facing real defense in games, it'll become second nature to go like that, and they have to go through your arm to even try to block your shot. So what's that going to do? That's going to get you to the rim. Get you to the foul line. And that's something James Harden does really well. If you ever notice him, not necessarily that he always puts his arm up, but he's always kind of using that arm to initiate contact. It's a great way to get to the foul line and get easy opportunities. Not only that, but focusing on here is a great way to prevent it from getting shot blocked and help you with tip number 1, what I told you was the focus. So for example, if I'm attacking here, I can go like that to practice that. All right, again, boom. And see how I'm using that offhand to defend? It's just like you're shooting a shot. Just get used to that, all right? And it's gonna help you. If you're by yourself on a layup, you probably don't need to do it. But guess what? If I'm in the lane, I wanna be like that. Again, one thing to do is just watch great players, great finishers. Watch guys like Stephen Curry, Kyrie Irving. These are small guards, not the most athletic vertically guards. They're quick and they are explosive with their moves, but they're not like Westbrook coming in and banging on people. But guess what? They shoot a better percentage around the rim than Westbrook probably does. The reason why is because they've mastered the art of finishing. So another thing to watch Kyrie Irving does is he always keeps the ball, at least he tries to, keep it at his face. Now, I'd be interested to hear why he does this, but a great reason that I think a player should do this is 1, it prevents the ball from getting swiped, from getting stolen. If you bring it here, a little guy or even a big man can stick his hand down and get the ball, rip it from you. So if I'm coming in the lane and I'm here, it could get taken maybe. When the ball's up here, it's really close to my body, it's tight. Only way somebody can really touch the ball is if they foul me. So if I'm coming down the lane, bring the ball kind of at the chin and then use it to finish, you're much more protected and the ball is closer to your body. And then this kind of helps again with tip 1 and 2. You stay focused and you're here. You're down here, the ball, you don't have as much control as you do up here. So that's the next key, is to keep the ball high. Trainers teach big men this all the time and coaches teach big men this. You want to keep the ball high because a little guy can steal it. Well, the same goes for a guard. Just because you're a guard doesn't mean little guys can't steal the ball from you when you bring it down here. When you bring the ball down here, it's much easier to steal than if it's right here. Like the worst somebody can do is get the ball right here and force a jump ball situation. That's pretty much it, or foul me. So keep the ball high around, tucked at the chin, and then kind of get into your layups, no matter what type of layup it is. All right, now the next key to focus on is if you watch great players when they make layups, especially Stephen Curry, he always takes off. So this court doesn't have the circle in the lane like NBA courts do, but he always takes off outside that circle. What this allows him to do is he jumps before the big man. So one problem a lot of players make is they'll wait till they get under here. 1, terrible angle, nowhere to go. 2, the defense can time you easier than if I'm just coming straight from out here. Now, yes, that does take a little more athleticism, but it's something that can be practiced. You don't have to be dunking from jumping out. It's just taking off from out there and getting to the lane and getting to the rim, I should say. So you want to practice that as well, is practice taking off from farther out. So if you normally you're taking off from right here, just do the same exact thing, but take off from 1 step further out. That's all you have to do. Just practice that. So just mark it, okay? If I know I'm usually taking off from right here, I'm going to try to take off from right here this time and just work on that. All right, next we're going to get into the different types of layups that you can do and that you should work on. So I'm going to keep this basic because of course we have reverse layups and all different types of layups. But in this video, I'm just going to keep it simple with the basics first. Once we master those, then we can start thinking about doing reverse layups and all that. So there's pretty much 3 types of layups you can do. You can do the overhand, the underhand, or the sidearm. Now, personally for me, and from what I've seen, is that a lot of the best players and best finishers use the underhand finish and the sidearm finish the most. Reason being, and I felt this myself, is if I'm going full speed and I try to do an overhand layup, I don't have that much control. It's like trying to shoot a floater at the rim. It's pretty difficult once you start going full speed. It might be easier for you, so find what's easiest for you. But for me, what's easiest is underhand layups, no matter where I'm at on the court. And I don't think there's really much difference between getting your shot blocked from underhand or overhand. Because if you're in the lane here, I think the underhand, you have more opportunity to protect the ball and keep it away from the defense. Whereas overhand, it's like you're trying to go over a defender, but it doesn't give you the right angle if you're here trying to go over a defender. Whereas underhand, there's a lot of different things you can do. And that's why I think the underhand and sidearm go together perfect. Because as a player, you can either go here, finish. If the guy ends up there, you go here, finish. You don't have to, everything looks the same. It's just simple change of arm angle, which will change your shot. But guess what? Everything else stays the same. Your focus stays the same. Your target stays the same. Where you want to hit that target, everything stays the same. So that's why I would recommend really mastering the underhand. If you watch Stephen Curry, who again, I think he's a player that a lot of players should model after, because he's not the quickest, he's not the most athletic, and he dominates. And he's definitely been the best point guard in the NBA this year. And the reason he's been able to do that is because he's so efficient in the way that he plays. He takes good shots, he gets to the rim, he doesn't miss layups, he doesn't miss free throws. He obviously is the best shooter of all time. And that's the type of game you're going to have to play if you're a smaller guard. Not all of us have the Russell Westbrook athleticism where we can dunk on everybody. Not all of us are blessed. Even Steph Curry's, I mean, he's 6'3". Not all of us are even blessed. I'm only 5'10". So not all of us are blessed to be over 6 feet. But we can still be effective by learning how to finish at the rim. Size matters, but there's been plenty of smaller guards. Even Isaiah Thomas, before he got injured, he was finishing very well at the rim. So it just goes to show you that size matters, but when you know how to make layups and you know how to control your body and you know how to use the backboard, then you will significantly improve your game and your scoring. If you enjoyed the video, do me a big favor, hit the thumbs up for me, comment below, let me know what else you need help with. That's what I Love Basketball TV is here for. It's here for you. Last but not least, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Until next time, I'll see you then.